For many people, training is treated like punishment. A punishment for eating too much, for getting out of shape, for being lazy in the evenings, for not being good enough. This is just a form of self-flagellation at worst. At best, it amounts to a chore, something you need to do a few times a week, but absolutely do not want to do. Just like washing the dishes, eating vegetables, topping up your petrol. And that attitude can bleed out of the gym too, as we never give ourselves permission to relax, or to eat something we enjoy. Is it any wonder that most people don't eagerly look forward to their training, when this is their psychological approach to it? It's a surprise that we struggle with motivation and adherence to a program. This doesn't strike me as terribly healthy either. And it's mad, because it seems like this is precisely what a lot of influencers seem to be preaching as ideal, wearing just how miserable their training makes them like a badge of honour. And again, is that super healthy? And does it need to be that way? For me, it's quite the opposite. For me, training is a form of self-expression. It is love for life and for your body. And it's really fun. Thing is, once you start taking an approach to training that is a little bit more like this, you'll often find it's much easier and more fun to stick to a program. Often you'll actually get better results. You'll be less stressed, you'll have a healthier relationship with your body and with food, and you'll even reduce your risk of injury, because you won't be pushing yourself to insane levels all the time. So here's a good start. Instead of thinking of all the things you don't like about yourself, instead of training to fix things or to get rid of things, instead think about what you want to be. Think about what you want to be able to do. That way we're at least focusing on something positive instead of something negative. But even this still falls short of truly embracing the joy of training. We know that simply working towards a reward is enough to kill the fun in pretty much anything. The quickest way to lose your love of something is to get paid for it, or to study it formally. So really, we want to enjoy training as an end, not just as a means. Don't get me wrong, there are loads of really good reasons to set goals and work towards them. But how about you try training without a goal, just for a few weeks? See what you gravitate towards, see what you actually enjoy doing. Because here's the thing, there's no requirement for you to do anything specific in the gym. Don't like squatting? Don't do it. Think outside the box and explore your options. There's loads out there. You might find you take to powerlifting, or you might discover that you have a love for hand balancing and calisthenics. And it doesn't need to fit the usual definition of training either. If you love football, then playing lots of football will get you fitter than a lot of people, and you'll have fun doing it. Rock climbing is amazingly good for you, so are martial arts, so is swimming. Dance is insanely beneficial. Better yet, pick a few of these and you'll be absolutely golden. You don't need to do strength training or running in a conventional fashion, if you don't want to. More on all this in a future video. So there are no rules, no one is in charge, you're not in competition with anyone. Just enjoy moving and expressing your physicality in a way that's authentic to you. Thing is, you'll find a style of movement and of strength that suits you and that will be unique to you. Of course, it's important that we maintain a basic level of health if we want to age gracefully, play with our kids, and feel good about ourselves. Though of course, it's your body, man. But all we need to do to meet this basic criteria is to move often and in a variety of ways. That's it. And this, once again, is where a lot of the narrative on YouTube seems to get a little warped to me. People talk about strength training like it's an obligation, or running, or whatever their flavour of training is. But as I've explained on this channel many times, you're likely already strong enough for your everyday tasks, and if you move regularly, you'll maintain basic stability, core strength, and mobility. Anything on top of that is optional. And it's maddening when people talk about gym culture like it's not just a bit of fun, like it's this life and death mandate from the heavens. I train because I want to be like Batman, or Jackie Chan, or Arnie and Stallone. That's pretty nerdy, and I own it. But I also suspect that a lot of those other very serious people are actually just playing as well. If you're training like the military, but you're not actually in the military, then guess what? You're playing. And if you want to get massively muscular, then surely on some level you're inspired by either a movie or something equally silly. You know what's almost as fun as pretending to be Batman? Pretending to be Bruce Wayne, and that means looking and feeling smart. To this end, I highly recommend today's sponsor, Harry's. Harry's is a razor brand that takes personal care seriously. They create high quality razors with super sharp blades and quality weighted handles. It's all packaged beautifully, and they also make a really smooth and refreshing shaving gel with aloe. I'm actually someone who struggles with shaving. I have like baggy skin or something, so I'm constantly cutting myself or missing hairs. I've genuinely found Harry's to offer one of the best shaving experiences, and it's very clear that the company puts real care into their product. And again, this is apparent from the packaging alone, which you can see me digging into here. So if you want to try Harry's out for yourself, then just visit my link in the description below. You'll get the starter set, which includes a 5-blade German-engineered razor cartridge, weighted textured handle, shave gel with aloe, and travel blade cover for a fraction of the usual $13 price. US audiences will get their starter sets for just $3, or £3.95 for UK audiences. Thanks once again to Harry's for sponsoring this video, and now on with the show. As children, we play intuitively. Psychologists are generally in agreement that play is training for later life. So by the same token then, training must be play. The gym is a playground. So can we all just lighten up about it? When people start savagely arguing about whether powerlifting is better or bodybuilding, they might as well be arguing which is the best Power Ranger. I never liked Power Rangers, I was a Transformers guy. This is true of martial arts too. People get so up in arms shouting about fake martial arts and what has and hasn't been tested. Guess what? No martial art works when you're in the street and jumped by 5 guys with knives or guns. When I got attacked, I was also extremely drunk. Martial arts are amazing for you, but taking them too seriously is a big mistake, and being self-important is just not a great look. If we all lighten up about our hobbies and our way of moving, then there would be a lot less aggression online. We could learn from each other and play in each other's pools. We might stop tearing people down for giving advice we don't quite agree with, because it is all just advice. Of course, it's really important not to teach bad form on a movement that could hurt someone, or to manipulate people's insecurities to sell things that don't work or haven't been proven. But there is a limit here. Waiting to criticize anyone who tries something different or gets something wrong creates a toxic culture. I'm super lucky that I have such a positive comment section, by the way. I remember once wondering whether it was a good idea to include a shot of me climbing a tree in a video. I take my responsibility very seriously, and I never want to encourage someone to do something that might get them hurt. My rule is that if I wouldn't advise something to either my sister or my daughter, then I won't talk about it on YouTube. But then I remembered, 6-year-olds climb trees. No one taught my daughter the perfect form for leaping off the sofa. More injuries come from ego lifts and people feeling they need to prove something. If you scale back the intensity and the weight, you have more room for exploration and fun in your training. And when you relax about it, that happens automatically. And forget all these rules that you hear online about what training should and shouldn't involve. Want to take selfies for Instagram between lifts? Go for it. You do you. Want to take 10-minute breaks and read your phone? Why not? Look, this isn't school. Just be courteous to other people and we're good. So yes, I think we all should train, ideally, for the sheer joy of training. And so before I close out, I'd like to just briefly express that joy for a moment, why I love training for its own sake. Because even as a fitness YouTuber, I spend a lot of my time sitting down typing. When moving through polite society, I'm encouraged to walk rather than to run, to look presentable, and to go and do the thing I'm meant to be doing. In the gym or on the field, it's different. Here, I'm encouraged to throw, jump, run, climb, lift, pull and push. I'm allowed to actually use my body to its fullest. I'm not caged in anymore. This is when I get to feel the wind through my hair, when I get to explore new areas, when I get to swing upside down from rings. This is the closest you get to being like an action hero, pushing a huge weight off your chest. It's the closest most of our lives will come to looking like a movie. That, by the way, is partly why I love making this YouTube channel. It lets me frame training in that way, show how we can do stuff in our real lives that looks awesome, just with the right lens and a bit of dramatic framing. Better yet, the more you do this, the more you can do going forwards. You increase your strength, unlock new moves, and increase your energy. You become more formidable, and you literally increase your freedom by increasing the number of options open to you in any given moment. People talk to you differently, and you feel more youthful and energetic. I love reading about training, which is also pretty much my job now. Even that part feels like a comic book as you discover new secrets about the human body, new ways to tap into latent strength and ability. And I love the challenge of training. I love having an obstacle to overcome, one I set for myself, and chipping away at it until I do. I love pushing out one last rep and really surprising myself with what I can do. The moment when you unlock a new move or beat your PR is absolutely priceless. I even love the feeling you get after the training, where your muscles are all kind of fuzzy and you feel all relaxed. And that gives me permission to relax on the sofa and to watch Gogglebox that evening. It's a topic for another time, but I think we need pillars in our lives to be well-rounded individuals. Making fitness and productivity everything is missing the point, in my opinion. Bottom line, training is absolutely awesome. Don't let the internet ruin it for you, or that shouty guy at the gym. And remember, somewhere inside that shouty guy at the gym is just a little boy who wants to be Superman. So thanks for watching this one, guys. I hope you found it useful and interesting. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with my philosophy here. Am I too cavalier with my training, or do you agree that training should be fun and that we should all kind of relax about it? If you do enjoy training that's fun and adventurous and has lots of different aspects to it, then you might enjoy my ebook and training program, Super Functional Training 2.0, that has just about every form of training you can imagine. Most of it is pretty dynamic and exciting. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, share it around if you like, that helps me out immensely. Hit subscribe if you want to see more like this, and either way, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.